In terms of COVID-19's impact, we can look at it in terms of first, its impact on civic space, and second, on electoral democracy. So in terms of civic space, the biggest impact has really been the lockdowns. Student protests in Thailand took a backseat. Worker rights issue under the Omnibus Law in Indonesia were also scuttled. When there was a backdoor government coming into Malaysia, election watch observers and other NGOs couldn't really muster protests in the street. So certainly civil society has been affected in terms of the ability to assemble. So the other dimensions are really elections and parliamentary sittings. You find parliamentary sittings have been delayed, especially in Malaysia. This has taken place consecutively over several months after you had the counter coalition from Barisan Nasional literally coming through the back door. You have also had limited parliament sittings in Indonesia. I think in Singapore, the People's Actions Party, suffered some negative publicity because of its mismanagement, and as a result, after holding its election, unlike in Korea, actually saw its voter share slide very significantly. But across civil society and political actors, states have also been, heavy on surveillance. So they increased surveillance of the citizens, especially rolling out tracing apps. There's a big debate and issues around privacy. A lot of the activities have moved online. So you will find different groups around the region hold national seminars. They also hold cross-border conferences and sharing of information. So this has been, happening quite regularly. They've also initiated studies and research report to understand how COVID-19 would impact democracy and human rights in the region. There are other instruments that are being used, such as online petitions. There are also some innovations that they have moved on beyond national seminars and cross-border conferences. Many of them are rolling out talk shows using a different type of streaming apps. I think where civil society needs to do to take this forward is to strengthen and widen the cross-border alliance so that you have a bit of a ballast post-COVID. One can only need to look at, developments around the Milk Tea Alliance, where millennials across the region are coming together from Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand, and the Philippines. So in short, I think civil society in the region are quite active, and they have increased their demographic touch points across online platforms. So we've seen a sophistication of communication in the region. I think they need to evolve and increase the connection between track 2 and track 3 partners in the region. In particular, increasing connection with civil society is key. Therefore, partners need to think about, external partners to the region need to think about what kind of instruments would be good to engage with, let's say, track 3 in the region or civil society in the region. Whether it's conferences, whether it's people-to-people exchanges, or whether it's studies, evidence-based studies to cross-fertilize each other's knowledge about the region. As it stands now, I think variety has to be better developed. And I think that's missing. One needs to go beyond elite and policy engagement. Aid programs to Southeast Asia may best be implemented if it's on a partnership basis. This can be diversified further. There could be a portion of it where partners from Southeast Asia can apply directly. There can be a portion, and this can be a sizable portion, where it's a consortium approach, where projects are convened jointly. So the stakeholding is built directly in the region. And it can be 3 areas. It can support evidence-based research. It can involve capacity building activity. And thirdly would be advocacy. So I think, aid needs to be, broadened and deepened and diversified if it's to have better engagement with our partners in Southeast Asia.